Welcome, everyone, to the iRacing Street Stock League for the money race. Going to be the prize. The winner's going to get $100. Second place is going to get $60. And third is going to get $40. And all of that is taking place here at Michigan International Speedway Legacy. So this is the Legacy Edition from 2009. iRacing put some of the older versions of the tracks on it as well. So we're racing not at the normal Michigan, but the Legacy version. And $100. Yesterday, we had this exact same format, and it ended up resulting in a 3-wide finish. So hopefully we can have that exact same excitement here again today at the same track and everything. So far, on the top of the board, it's Cody Arman with a 49.541. This track is going to be a lot like a super speedway for these street stocks that normally are used to running on short tracks. We've raced that Charlotte Motor Speedway before, and there's a lot of drafting on that. And Michigan is a lot longer than Charlotte, so we'll probably see a lot more drafting with that. 2 minutes remaining before qualifying. We got a big crowd so far fighting for $100. A lot of these people, a few of them, you might recognize them from the iRacing Super Stock League. A lot of these guys, though, are new, or they might be part of the ISSL, but they don't necessarily race on Monday nights. We broadcast the Friday night races before. A few of these guys are recognizable. I'm going to give some information on Michigan International Speedway, designed by Charles Moneypenny, the same architect who created Daytona International Speedway, and located in the Irish Hills vacation area of the central part of the state. Michigan International Speedway is best known for the awesome speeds and competitive racing spawned by its broad racing surface and 73-foot wide, 18-degree bank turns. Michigan's width and steep banking ensure there's always more than one racing groove, and the fact that MIS is a non-restrictor plate track means NASCAR's drivers have more than enough power to make a challenge out of the turns at both ends of the track. Today, Michigan regularly vies with Daytona. Talladega in Texas is NASCAR's fastest speedway. The track also has a 1.9 interior road course that has challenged professional and amateur racers through the year as well. It's no wonder some of stock car racing's most legendary drivers have thrived on the banks of MIS, since Cale Yarborough defeated Leroy Yarborough in the inaugural NASCAR race there in 1969. Richard Petty and David Pearson, Bobby and Davey Allison, Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jr., Jeff Gordon, and Jimmy Johnson have all since added their names to the roll call of MIS winners, one that also includes names like Mario Andretti, AJ Foyt, Al Unser, Rick Mears, Alex Zanardi, Tony Kanaan, and Sam Hornish from the days when Indy cars raced in the Irish Hills, not to mention Trans Am winners Pernelli Jones and Mark Donohue. Allison to Yarborough, Gordon to Petty. The world's greatest race drivers have been coming to Michigan International Speedway to test their mettle for more than 40 years, and the fans have followed hundreds of thousands. And qualifying is starting. Some drivers on the track right now. One of the drivers who was in that 3-wide finish, Ian Martin, he's in this race. We'll see how he will do in qualifying. Starting up front at these very fast tracks definitely helps you a lot. So qualifying is going to be very important for a lot of these drivers. If you start up front, hopefully you'll finish up front. Got to get in those top 3 positions for the money prize of $160 and $40 for first, second, and third. Of course, most of these guys want the 100. So, but the numbers that I was giving you was based on 28 entries. We got 15, so it might be a little bit less that they're giving the drivers.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead over the drivers.
So here is Ian Martin with the drivers. We need to explain the format for this race.
Welcome, everyone, to tonight's event. Thank you for all coming out on a short notice. Tonight, we will race 30 laps around Michigan International Speedway Legacy version. iRacing controlled cautions and iRacing controlled lucky dogs are enabled. I do not give waiver rounds unless for some reason you glitch or something happens or you're stuck behind the pace car, then I will waive you. I will not clear black flags unless, once again, iRacing glitches or for some reason you get a black flag and you're not supposed to. Reaching the 17x incident limit will automatically disqualify you from the race. You have 1 fast repair tonight. We do have 3 green white checkered attempts if we need them. All drivers will advance to the feature tonight. No heat races. Restarts are double file. Lap cars restarting in the rear. Leader has lane choice on all starts and restarts. Leader controls all starts and restarts. Once the pace car begins turning into pit lane, leader can fire any point from then to the green flag. Do not lay back to get on the run a run in front of the driver on the driver in front of you. Sorry. You will be penalized post race if found doing so. The race control and admins reserve the right to remove or penalize any driver during or after the race. If determined by race control that a driver should be disqualified and they finish in a money position, it will go to the next driver in position. If a driver intentionally wrecks somebody for a money spot on the last laps and finishes in the money spot, they will be disqualified and the money will go to the driver who they crashed. Payouts tonight are 65 to win, 35 to second, and 25 to third. Tonight's race is broadcasted live on Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch and YouTube. I recommend going and checking them out on Twitch. They are almost affiliated. They need just a few more followers, and they'll be able to have affiliation with Twitch. So make sure you go check them out on Twitch and drop them a follow and help them get closer to their goal. After the race is over, anyone who would like to, go to the Discord and join the waiting room, one of the two, and they will pull you in as they need you. If you don't get pulled in, don't get upset. They'll only interview 2 or 3 people after the race is over. That's if you want to. That's not a requirement, but they normally like interviewing the top 3 post-race. Once again, thank you all for coming out. Let's have a good race. Good luck, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
So looking at qualifying with 26 seconds left, Michael White is on the top of the board with a 50.029. Not far off at all, though, is Jeffrey Oakes with a 50.033. And then also pretty close is Carl Staten with a 50.039. And qualifying is over. So here's going to be your starting lineup. Starting first, again, is the number 09 of Michael White. Starting second, the number 20 of Jeffrey Oakes. Starting third is the number 88 of Carl Staten. In fourth is the number 6 of Cody Arman. In fifth is the number 49 of TJ Floyd. Starting in the 6th position is the number 5 of James Batzer. In 7th, the number 43 of Jarrett Edwards. Starting 8th is the number 337 of Bill Watkins. Starting 9th is the number 127 of Matthew Allen. In 10th is the number 38 of John Flamion. Starting 11th is ironically the 11 of Andrew Freeling, and there should be some more that didn't set a time. I know there were some people who were trying to put times on the board, but iRacing, the timer ran out before they could put some times on the board. So they'll be starting in the back since they did not qualify, but still they'll be eligible to participate in this race. So as you heard in the drivers' meeting, it's not going to be 100, but still a pretty big prize pool. $65, just to keep this in mind. It was $10 if you wanted to enter the race. So definitely, if you finish in those top 3 positions, you're definitely getting your money's worth. So watch a lot of battling people trying to get into those top 3 positions. Like Ian said though, if you wreck someone for a money position, you'll end up not getting the money, and the person who you wrecked will end up getting it. And he does a great job setting up these street stock events. And this was just a money race. We thought it would be fun to announce, and hopefully it can produce just as an exciting finish as yesterday. This is going to be 30 laps at Michigan Legacy. Got a great looking field of around 16 cars. I'm not sure if that's the exact number. Michael White on the bottom, Jeffrey Oaks on the top. Behind them is Carl Staton and Cody Arman. One more pace lap. Will be green flag here at Michigan. Oh, there we go. Pace car pulls in. A green flag is out here at Michigan International Speedway. Good job to Michael White for that restart. He's got Jeffrey Oaks behind him. He ends up clearing that 20 car. And here already, the 88 of Carl Staton is tracking down Michael White for that first position. He's right there on the bumper. Can he get him on the first lap? To get themselves fast around the track, though, they might maybe have to pull up top and get like a drafting partner to get by him if he wants a good chance. But who knows, he could get him in the turns. Here he goes low of the 88 of Carl Staton. They're about equal going in to turns 1 and 2. Staton now with the nose. The 09 on his quarter. And Carl Staton ends up clearing the 09 of Michael White. So new leader. And we're now 2 of 30 right now. But here goes Michael White. Hi, looks like the 43 of Jarrett Edwards. He's also joined. He's trying to make a move for second under Michael White. But we saw Carl Staton make the outside work, so we'll see what Michael White can do. He's in a bad position. He's got 3 other cars by him. We're seeing these street stocks form 2 lines, an outside and inside line. So it's going to be a lot like the super speedway races. They're about equal. 88 of Carl Staton with the nose. Michael White, we know he has a fast car. So don't be surprised if we see him get Carl Staton. I think these two are going to be battling till this end of this race probably. They're both have very fast cars. they're only two hundredths off each other. So both of them are running pretty identical times to each other. Carl Staton, though, he's got the help on the bottom. Still same thing with Michael White. Carl Staton has cleared that 09 car for the most part. We'll see if he can make a comeback. Oh, Carl Staton goes high to block Michael White, and that now gives a chance for Jarrett Edwards to get under him. He's right now, we're 3 wide because look who's on the top, the 23 of Kyle Harbin. He's also there. And Jarrett Edwards, when Carl Staton went high, Jarrett Edwards takes it on the bottom. But here comes Carl Staton back on the high side with Michael White pushing him. Now it looks like Carl Staton, he's got a nose right now above Jarrett Edwards. I don't know. Carl Staton, he moved up, blocked Michael White, and Jarrett Edwards just got under him. Edwards has got the nose right now, but Carl Staton reverses that, and he now gets the nose back over Jarrett Edwards. And Jarrett Edwards is running faster times than Carl Staton right now, but he does have the nose, Carl Staton does, over Jarrett Edwards. And there's a lot of other drivers right now that are also in the mix that just quite aren't up there. Like there's the 127 car of Matthew Allen, 23 of Kyle Harbin, Ian Martin is there, the 7 is there. So all of the, oh no, the Michael White, Kyle Harbin into the wall. Great saves by both of them. Up front here, Carl Staton, he's made his way back up front. Caution is out. And yeah, the 09 and 23 of Kyle Harbin, they make contact. But they seem to have saved it for the most part. Then Kyle Harbin, he just gets into the wall again. Yeah, the damage probably hurt his car. He pulls into the grass. Looks like the 38 car of John Flamion also got involved in that one. Luckily, there's one reset if they do need to use it. But after that was all said and done, Carl Staton was in the lead over Jarrett Edwards when the caution came out. But we'll see what happens to them on the restart. So great job to Jarrett Edwards. He used that time to get under him on the bottom. Had the lead for a little bit. So we saw someone that wasn't exactly in the top 4 come up after the situation was right for him to get the lead there. Right now, if there would be a driver that I would want to keep my eye on, that he's back there, that's the number 98 of Ian Martin. He's setting some very fast times. Best of 49.217. And that was pretty recently when he set that. So he's got a fast car. He was in the position for the win last night in that 3-wide finish. Definitely watch out for the 98 car. Another driver who's in 10th out of 16, but also is running very fast, is Jonathan Mitchum in that number 15 car. All it takes is for a few things to go in your favor, and you can make your way up through the field, and especially if you have a fast car. And Jonathan Mitchum has one, so watch out as well for that 15 car. But Carl Staton, he's in the lead, so he also has a fast car as well. Lights on the pace car have gone off, restarting 1-2 bottom. Carl Staton on the top is Jared Edwards. These two have been battling with each other for this race so far. They've been the two major leaders. Only other driver that's led is Michael White, but these two are the main ones who have been dominating this race. Watch out, though, behind them. It's James Batzer in that 7 car and the 127 of Matthew Allen on the bottom and top, respectively. They're in the position behind the front two, so if they can get a good restart and possibly get by either of them, watch out for those. The back two, and then also Ian Martin, he's the 3rd on the bottom. He's got probably the fastest car out on the racetrack. He's just not up front. Watch out for that 98 car as well. And pace car pulls in. Back out here at Michigan International Speedway, got side by side for the 2nd position. James Batzer is getting under that 43 car. Along with him is the 98 of Ian Martin, trying to get by Jared Edwards for 2nd. Jared Edwards still, though, remains on James's quarter panel. He's right there, side by side between the two for 2nd. No, but caution's out. Oh, the 38 car is on his lid. I'm not sure what happened there. Watch that 38 car on the bottom around him in that general area. He's got the 15 above him. I think maybe, it's something that happens in front of him. Looks like that 6 car of Cody Arman along with the 337 of Bill Watkins. There we go. The 23 of Kyle Harbin moved up the track to try to avoid, and he ended up making contact with John Flamion. I'm looking to see how he got on his lid. Looks like he made some contact with Michael White, and the two of them make even more, and they contact and they spin. That just got him loose enough to flip there on his lid. He ended up towing his car to the pit, so that has to take a while. He's still on pit road, along with Kyle Harbin and Michael White. Both of them are on pit road as well, possibly having to use their resets. One thing, though, to watch out for, we're only 11 out of 30 laps. There's a 17x incident limit for these drivers. So that's one thing that, even though they're going to be aggressive for that $65, still going to have to keep an eye on that. Because if you do end up getting a 17x, you're going to get disqualified from this room. Definitely the driver that got it the worst in that previous caution was John Flamian. There was just a bunch of different incidents between the things that are happening in front of him. Kyle Harbin moving up to avoid, ended up making contact, and the contact between him and Michael White, and was just basically a domino effect for that 38. And the two other drivers I mentioned, Kyle Harbin and Michael White, they also got some pretty major damage there. Like, though, Michael White, he's made his way off of pit road. Same thing with Kyle Harbin. Still, though, John Flamian, with all that damage he had to tow, he still remains on pit road currently. And lights on the pace car have gone off. A little bit of a deja vu from the previous restart again, though. Carl Staton on the bottom, Jared Edwards on the top. On the bottom is James Batzer in that 7 car. Even though it does tell he's still the 7 car, even though on the ticker it says that he's the 5 car. It's just custom numbers and stuff. And on the top, still is probably the fastest car on the racetrack. That's Ian Martin. If he can get in position there, you'll maybe see him squeak by that 43 and 88 of Jared Edwards and Carl Staton. He moved up 1 position last restart. Look and see. Also don't count out, though, the 127 of Matthew Allen. He ended up losing a position last restart. We'll see if he can get it back and maybe even more positions in that number 127 car. Pace car pulls in. Green flag is back out here at Michigan International Speedway. Here comes James Batzer squeaking his way under the bottom. He tried to do it last restart, couldn't quite do it. Can he get Jared Edwards for second on this restart? He's got the nose, and he does end up clearing him. So a new person in that second position, which is a money position, that's James Batzer. I was talking about him. Here comes the 127 car of Matthew Allen on that bottom. He's trying to go there for another money position. That's the third position. He's side by side with Jared Edwards. Jared Edwards, he's caught his way back up there. And we're 3 wide as here comes James Batzer on the bottom under Carl Staton for the first position. We're 3 wide because Jared Edwards is on the outside. And they remain side by side to the line. And with Matthew Allen and Ian Martin also there. Oh, James Batzer, he got very loose there in the tri-oval. Carl Staton and Jared Edwards get by him after getting loose in the tri-oval. And Carl Staton right now with the nose over that 43 car of Jared Edwards. But all that can change. Yeah, all that can change. Jared Edwards, he ends up clearing Carl Staton on the bottom. He moves back up, though, and that gives Carl Staton the chance to go under him. We're now 3 wide again because Ian Martin's up there on that high side. Carl Staton ends up clearing that 43 car, so here comes James Batzer. He's got himself figured out since getting loose on the tri-oval. He's going on the quarter of Jared Edwards. He's trying to get back up there to Carl Staton. He remains right now around the side panel of that 88 car. He's got Ian Martin on his outside as well, trying to make that third line work. He pulls back down behind the 43 of Jared Edwards. Jared Edwards, he's cleared of the 88. Will he pull down? And he does. He wiggled a little bit in the turns. Oh! The 88 and 98 make contact. Oh! Caution is out. Jeez. So, yeah, Ian Martin just gets loose when the 88 pulls up. And bam, right into the wall. He moved his car enough that he ended up avoiding the other drivers, but then he just gets right on the roof there. He's already on the pit road. One roll on the side. Yeah, that is some crazy damage to that number 98 car. He had probably the fastest car on the racetrack. He was trying to make the outside work. He kept getting behind the others, and just that happened there. 3 wide can get crazy sometimes. He's off of pit road though after 25 seconds. So glad to see him back out on the track after that. That being said, when the caution came out, Jared Edwards had the lead, so he is out front right now. So the 88, 43, and 7 car, those 3 have been battling for that lead right now. The 38 car of John Flamian is going to get 1 of his laps back out of 2. He gets the wave by. Not sure, maybe he was involved in the accident before this one. So glad to see that he's getting some of his laps back. Now, one driver that right now I'm keeping my eye on is that number 15 of Jonathan Mitchum. He hasn't been involved in any of the accidents. I don't think he has any damage. He's just biding his time back there. Who knows, another big accident that could collect a lot of the drivers in front of him could happen as the aggression is picking up even more as the race and the laps continue to tick by. That's still my driver that I'm looking at now that Ian Martin has fallen down the ranking. I'm looking at Jonathan Mitchum in 10th. He can get into the draft, maybe make some smart decisions. Definitely watch out for that 15 car. Pace car. Lights on the pace car have gone off. The same front row that we've had for the past few restarts. This time, though, it's reversed. Carl Statt now is on the top, and Jared Edwards is on the bottom. James Batzer continues to be in that 3rd position. Here's a new one, Darren Cole in that 0 car. He's also up there. I haven't seen him all race, but here he is. And also another driver who's been doing pretty well is Matthew Allen. He's also there. Watch, though, in the 10th position, Jonathan Mitchum. He's out there on the outside. He's got a pretty fast car. We'll see if he can get a pretty good run on this restart. Green flag is back out here at Michigan International Speedway. And already James Batzer, he fell behind in a lot of positions there on the restart. Here comes Carl Staton on the outside right now, trying to regain the position that he lost on the restart. Since the leader gets the jump on the restarts, he's regained that speed back, and he's now working on the outside. He's got the nose over Edwards, I think. Oh, nope. Edwards is on the quarter. They're now equal with each other. Also watch out for the 00 of Darren Cole as well. He's also there. If either of them makes a mistake, he can swoop in for that. And he might be the third driver in the 3 wide. Remember, last night it was a 3 wide finish by 3/1000ths of a second separating the 3. So hopefully maybe we can have another crazy finish like that. These 3 drivers are up front together. Carl Staton takes it above Jared Edwards. Here comes the 00 of Darren Cole. He pulls in line for that second position. Darren Cole's got that bumper on Carl Staton. You know, he wants that $65 still. Both him and Jared Edwards are in a money slot, so if they work too hard for that first place, they could lose any money at all. And I just saw a car pound into the wall. Yeah. Oh. So something happened in front of Jonathan Mitchum. Right around that area. He had a very fast car. I was talking about, I'm not sure what happened. The 127, he pulls up hard into the wall. The 23 pulls up to try to avoid it. Then he gets in to Jonathan Mitchum. He goes right into the wall as well. Dang, that 127 car. Ian Martin makes it by. Those cars, oh, the 09 of Michael White, I think I saw him get a little bit of damage. John Flamion, he goes through the grass. So that was your replay on what happened with that caution there. Paul Staton had the lead when the caution came out. Matthew Allen, who got a bucket load of damage, he's right now on pit road. Kyle Harbin, Jonathan Mitchum, all these drivers right now on pit road getting some very needed repairs after that huge crash. I mean, he was going so fast, and make contact like that. Now, John Flamion, he is now back on the lead lap after being involved in a caution that put him 2 laps down. He's now officially back on the lead lap, and that's now putting him back in contention. He doesn't have to get any more laps back, so if he gets a position, he gets a position. Matthew Allen, though, he is the opposite of that. He's now, with all these adjustments, I think he might have towed. He's now 1 lap down currently. Jonathan Mitchum, he's made his way off of pit road. Same thing with Kyle Harbin. And Matthew Allen, he's now making his way off of pit road, so he is not going to go as much down as John Flaming. He's going to only go down 1 lap right now. Getting ready for the restart. Carl Staton on the bottom. Here's a new one. Darren Cole. He's just broken into the top 5 most recently. He's on the top. Jared Edwards is in third. James Batzer. And also Andrew Ewing. He's also here. We haven't really heard much from him. We'll see if he can play a big role in this restart. Pace car pulls in. And green flag is back out here at Michigan International Speedway. Side by side for second. Jared Edwards on the bottom. Darren Cole on the top. To be Edwards with the nose right now. And he ends up, no, he doesn't, because Darren Cole has got help. He's got James Batzer behind him drafting him. Carl Staton, if he wants to keep that, he pulls up high to help block. Darren Cole, with the help of James Batzer, he's gotten a big run. He's now side by side coming down on the bottom. Here comes Jared Edwards. We're now 3 wide. And right before we enter 5 laps to go, oh, the 6 car of Cody Arman and James Batzer make contact with each other. Good save by them. And here comes Cody Arman. First I thought he might make it. And still, as we're now 5 laps to go, we still remain 3 wide between Darren Cole, Carl Staton, and Jared Edwards. Jared Edwards now taking the lead. And here comes Cody Arman on the bottom. Carl Staton on the high side. He's got the nose right now. And we got drivers shifting in and out of the position. Here's Cody Arman on the bottom. He's now got the nose over everyone, but Jared Edwards has got a fast car on the outside. Here's Ian Martin. He was involved in a previous crash, but here he is. He's also in the midst of things. Oh, Carl Staton, Ian Martin makes contact. The 49 of TJ Floyd. Caution is out. Let's see what happens. For Carl Staton, he had the 000 of Darren Cole's behind him. Looks like the 127, or no, 27 pulls up on Ian. Then that gets the 88 into it. They make contact with that 49 of TJ Floyd. The 09 of Michael White gets involved. Ooh. The no. Looks like the 11 of Andrew Freeling. That was just a lot of big names who were out front got involved in that one. Jared Edwards was out top, but here's a new face. Cody Arman, he's got a pretty fast car, so watch that 6 car as I think we're going to do a green-white checkered here to end this race off after an exciting green flag stint here at Michigan International Speedway. In that green flag stint, it was shuffling out. There was countless leaders during that time. Like TJ Floyd, Bill Watkins, Matthew Allen, and James Batzer. Those 4 are currently on pit road right now. Be using that one reset that they have. Looks like James Batzer, he's made his way off of it, off of pit road. Now, one driver that I'm still watching, he ended up making it through after the dust settled. That's Darren Cole. He has a fast car. A lot of crazy events happened in front of him, and he got pushed back to third. He's on the bottom. He's on the bottom, restarting behind the leader. If he can stick behind the leader and shuffle out the second place car on the high side, he could be in potential position to win in that number 00 car. So watch him in this restart. You can also watch that 6 car of Cody Arman, who's going to be starting on the outside. We've seen that he can make the outside work. Let's see what he can do on this restart. Jared Edwards on the bottom, Cody Arman on the top. We've got Darren Cole. He's been a face up front, same thing for a little while. Andrew Ewing, and also he may not be in up there, but he's still in the 5th position. Watch for that 88 of Carl Staton. He didn't get too much damage during that caution, so he's still in a position to win, either to win or at least get into the top 3 for a money position. Coming into this green-white checkered, 15 cars on the lead lap, 16 on the track altogether. Only one can win. This is for $65. That $65 on the line. Who wants it more? Pace car pulls in. And green flag is out again at Michigan International Speedway. 1, 2, 3 there. Jared Edwards with the lead. Here comes on the bottom the 27 of Andrew Ewing. He's coming on that bottom under. He's got Carl Staton behind him. Carl Staton goes low. Coming up here on the high side, Cody Arman. He's cleared both of them. He moves down below in front of the 27 of Andrew Ewing. And we're now entering 1 lap to go. Coming on the outside, here comes the 43 of Jarrett Edwards. They're side by side. Here comes that 3rd driver, Carl Staton. He's right now in the quarter of Jarrett Edwards. Countless others are also there. Here's Andrew Ewing, Ian Martin, Kyle Harbin, Jonathan. Oh! And those 4, Kyle Harbin, Ian Martin, those make contact. It's now down to these 4. Jared Edwards, Carl Staton, Andrew Ewing, and Cody Arman. Cody Arman is clear of Jared Edwards. Oh! He gets loose, the 27, and Cody Arman, the 27, all of them into wall. But Carl Staton on the bottom. He's the winner, Carl Staton, in that 88 car. Watch that finish. So look, Cody Arman was in that position. Watch Andrew Ewing behind him. He was just right there on the bumper. He moves up. The 43 and the 27 makes some contact, and he just clips that 6 car He moves down onto the apron. He looked like he had it saved there, the 27 and 43. Then he moves up the track right into the front of the 27 car. That collects all three of them. And Carl Staton was on the perfect position on the bottom. Avoids the mess. And gets the win at Michigan International Speedway. Wow, what a finish there. Looks like we got him in the voice chat. So first, before that, we're going to do the finishing results representing Club Florida. That's that number 88 car of Carl Staton. He's your winner here at Michigan International Speedway. Finishing second was the number 20 of Jeffrey Oakes. In third was the number 43 of Jarrett Edwards. Finishing fourth was the 5 of James Batzer. In fifth was the number 11 of Andrew Freeling. Finishing sixth was the number 49 of TJ Floyd. Finishing seventh was the number 98 of Ian Martin. In eighth was the 38 of John Flamion. Ninth was the number 337 of Bill Watkins. Finishing 10th was the number 6 of Cody Arman. 11th was the number 16 of Andrew Ewing. In 12th was the number 23 of Kyle Harbin. Finishing 13th was the 03 of Darren Cole. 14th was the number 15 of Jonathan Mitchum. 15th, the number 09 of Michael White. And finishing 16th was the number 127 of Matthew Allen. We have Carl Staton in the voice chat right now. He's doing his Polish victory lap. And wow, he had a very eventful race. So I'm going to pull him in. Hey, Carl, this is Atlee in the booth. Do you copy?
Yes, I do.
So, wow, that was a very eventful finish there for that number 88. Give us a little recap of what happened there for you.
Man, that was restart before I messed up and tried to go to the middle groove. Everybody just went by me. So I got that last restart. I just knew whenever there's ever an opening, I had to take it. I saw the wreck behind me on the backstretch, and I tucked back in. Then I saw them getting a little bobbled up, so I just dove the inside.
Yeah, you were in the perfect position there. Congratulations. What do you think you're going to do with that $65?
Oh, I'm going to put it back in the bank. Past 6 races or so, I've been getting wrecked, so hopefully I get some of that money back and get out even.
All right. Anyone you want to thank?
I just want to thank James and Ian for hosting these races. It's not a normal league race, but, they just got some time and put it all together. I just want to thank them and thank you all for broadcasting it.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy that $65, and hopefully we'll see you for future events.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that was an exciting finish here at Michigan International Speedway. One more time, congratulations to Carl Staton. Thank you for joining us here on Intensity Broadcasting for the iRacing Super Stock League Money Race. This was Intensity Broadcasting. Please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitch. Ian did mention we're getting pretty close to where we are going to get recognized on Twitch. If a few more followers, and I do think we are going to get recognized by Twitch as a producer, an affiliate of Twitch. So make sure to follow us on Twitch and also on YouTube. But if you want us to become an affiliate of Twitch, make sure to do that. And visit our Facebook if you need stream links. If you do end up missing or an Intensity Broadcasting race, visit our website on our Facebook page and our website. If you want to contact us to announce a race, feel free to do so. We love announcing iRacing and think we'd be a good fit for your league. Atlee Atman Weiss, thank you for joining us here at Michigan International Speedway. Very exciting race. Friday, we got F&D Racing Super Speedway, so that should be exciting. I'm Atlee Weiss. Thank you for watching Tennessee Broadcasting. Over and out.